Hey folks, welcome back to the vlog. My name is Brackin.
I'm Lindsay, and this is Tiny Notes from Home.
We hope to challenge, encourage, and inspire you on your journey with Jesus. And on our journey this week, we have a special interview for you from a young lady that we'll be recording in our Pilgrim Road studio back in North Carolina.
I had the privilege to sit down with Alicia Mullet, who is a close friend of ours, and she has a very inspiring journey just with different health challenges and how God has used different circumstances to help her to overcome that. I sat down with Alicia in her family's motorhome that they use while they travel on the road singing and ministering in prisons. In the motorhome during the interview, we were battling some background noise, but hopefully the message will come through and you'll be able to understand what we're saying and be blessed by the content of the interview.
So we'll swing over there now. I'm going to connect you with Dwayne Mullet, Alicia's dad, and then we'll get on to Lindsay's interview with Alicia in just a moment. Here we go. All right, so we are here with Dwayne Mullet. Once again, you probably recognize him from a number of vlogs. Thanks for being here again.
Yes, what a blessing to join you. Thank you for coming to Pennsylvania that we can relate together here for a couple days.
Yeah. So Dwayne and I are in the same church in North Carolina. We've worked together on a variety of music and video projects, and here we are once again working on a new children's DVD project, which I have been promising I will tell you more about. The exciting thing about being here with Dwayne is that we will be recording your older daughters in our new Pilgrim Road studio.
Yes.
And before we go in and Lindsay chats with your daughter Alicia, tell us just a little bit about the history behind your family and some of the heart conditions that you guys have been faced with over the years.
We have our first child was born, everything was fine at birth, and then a couple months after he was born, identified an enlarged heart. And he wasn't going to live unless he received a transplant. The average wait was 8 months to a year, but 3 days after he was listed, the heart became available.
Oh wow.
That was just an amazing miracle. But then our third child was born, and when she was 2 months old, she ended up in intensive care, on the ventilator, medication dependent, and again, an enlarged heart.
Wow.
And she wasn't going to live unless she received a transplant.
And so that's Alicia.
That's Alicia.
Your third.
Yes.
And why don't we go inside with Lindsay and get to know her a little bit.
That sounds great.
Looking forward to it.
So I'm here with Alicia in her home on the road, and I just thought I'd ask you a little bit first, if you could tell everyone here who's watching just a little bit about your journey from a young age. You know, you had heart transplant as an infant, and then you had different health complications because of that as you were growing up. And so I just guess wondering from your perspective what that was like, and yeah, just the challenges that have come along with that.
I don't remember the transplant because I was 3 months old when I had it. But I remember, like, then a couple years later, when I was around 5 to 7 or 8, I looked like a burn victim because of some of the meds and different things that I was taking. And then, like, growing up, when I was 12 and my brother Austin passed away, he also had 2 heart transplants and 2 different kinds of cancers. He was 4 years older than me, and just like watching him go through what he did. And the doctors said when he was 16 that he did very well to be 16 years out and not have another transplant. And so that meant for me that was caused a lot of fear. It was very logical. It makes a lot of sense to be afraid of that.
And then just obviously you grew up in a musical family, and music is a big part of your life, but God's given you a special gift of singing, and just when you sing, it's from your heart, it's clear. And I'm just wondering how music has helped you along the way, and where does that strength come from that you have to overcome challenges, and how has God worked in that way?
I don't know, I guess practically, like, there's different nights sometimes where I can't sleep, and so there's been a lot of times where music has encouraged me when I feel discouraged and down, and I would say my main source of strength comes from God and from His Word, and just like not even having it as like head knowledge, but then also like incorporating it into our lives. Like whenever something big or something depressing comes up, just practically taking what he says and applying it. Yeah.
And then seeing the promises and the blessings come out of that.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, that is very encouraging, and thank you for sharing, from your heart, and we just really look forward to, getting you in the studio and Brianna.
Me too.
And you guys working together on some music, and I think it's going to be really special.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah, we really look forward to that. Well, thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, Lindsay, that was a very touching interview.
It was. I really look up to Alicia, and she has such a meekness and humility, and I've never heard her complain or say anything negative. I just really appreciate her spirit, and I know that God uses her.
And she's the kind of person that we want to feature in the Pilgrim Road Studio. When you hear her voice, you'll understand why. And by supporting the Pilgrim Road Studio campaign, you'll be supporting artists like Alicia to be able to record at low or no cost. And we will be sure to get her music out to you as soon as it's available.
Yes, absolutely.
And that'll actually be Alicia and her older sister Brianna, so the two of them together.
Yes, it's going to be good.
I will be